Hey, it's Thursday, hon.
So the you don't know what you don't know in mine is that you don't know that right before I hit live, I was getting yelled at.
You know it now.
This time I had the lip stuff on.
I have nothing on my lips.
Did you get my lip stuff? My
I smell
Carmex?
it. I smell it. But you know what? So it's
What?
6:20, so we're a
We're
couple of
on,
hours later. And we're actually a couple
Central
of days.
Time.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah, we've been kind of...
Okay, I want you to be a anything you want to be. Be a good person. Be a person that speaks up for what you believe in. Be a person who shows up. Be a person that that actually is part of the solution. And that's what we are. What? This is delicious.
Was that one sentence?
That was a number
It
of
was a
sentences.
paragraph.
That was 3 or 4 sentences strung together. I need a little energy. I'm tired, and this is giving me my berry belief.
How much of that have you drank already?
Yeah.
Hey, Steven. Are you coming tonight?
So actually, is any of you coming tonight? If you're in the
Maybe.
Livingston area, we're inviting you. Because
gotta
we
go.
learned about
Steven,
something.
tonight.
Hey, Cindy.
Cindy.
Hope you had a great day, Cindy.
Bayonne.
Listen
Bayonne.
about this, because I don't think she doesn't know what's going on tonight. At least in Livingston.
So...
Oh, I did meet some of your friends, though. BCB Bank friends last night at an event that we went to.
Mayfair Farms.
Amy
the
Sunshine
West
Becker.
Orange.
So listen, people, okay? Tell everyone the story.
All right, so here's
But
the
I want you to
deal.
rewind a little bit from what we thought was supposed to happen. Good rewind.
So a couple weeks ago, we were at the first reading of the proposed ordinance to outlaw, going to be against the law,
Just state the facts.
to open
That we know.
to have a cannabis business in the town perimeter
Of Livingston.
of Livingston. So that's the deal,
But who's making that decision?
right?
Is the
So
question.
Michael,
Hello, Michael.
you're the man. Good
Thank you
hanging
for
out with
tuning
you
in.
today. Good hanging out.
Thank
with
you so much
today.
for tuning in. Well,
So a couple of weeks ago,
we attended that
we
meeting.
attended the town council
and we both
meeting.
spoke.
We did. It was the first reading. We weren't sure exactly what was going on because we tried to stay up on politics, town politics, as much as we can. I'm usually too involved with Morning Joe. But anyway, we try to keep on top of things,
And Mika, right?
and
Mika?
we had heard, right, Meek and Joe, and we had heard that, Livingston was going to be addressing this, and since we entered the cannabis space nearly 2 years ago now, hey Phil, we want, like, it's kind of funny. It was almost like asking parents permission in a sense, like how we wanted to get the okay, in a sense, from the town, like about what we were doing, right? Like we didn't want anybody to be mad.
No, when
at
we were
us.
coming, right, when we came
Or
out with kind of
anything.
pop up, our goal was to do everything responsibly,
Yes,
safely,
because we had
with
built
integrity.
because we built a reputation
We're
in town.
we are
as being-
upstanders in Livingston. We're community members. We're involved
Right.
members, and we're parents.
Right. Hey,
right?
Mitch,
Oh no,
Come-
no,
come
Mitch, you gotta
home.
come home.
come home.
Come home.
You know,
So this is the thing. Is that so? Robert and I, we did go to Chief Morschutz, and we met with him,
Chief of Police.
Chief of Police in Livingston, and
I told Michael that story.
a couple of captains that joined him at the meeting. It was a funny story. Some of you may not have tuned into that live because they were guessing what we were coming there for, and they thought it was like the Hatfield and
They thought
McCoys.
they thought we were coming to complain about something.
Because that's what most residents do.
Right, and we
were
just
not.
wanted to kind of
We want to say,
talk
you know
to
who we
them
are.
about- right.
You know who we are. Hey, Amy. Hey, Jeff. You know who
Jeff?
you know who we are.
Right.
But you may not know what we're going to be having in town. And that's when
Right.
we told them about kind of pop-up. And they were
Right.
totally
And
cool.
CBD and
who?
the whole and CBD.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
things
yeah.
like
And
that.
CBD. And
really-
telling them that we're doing things legally. Hey, Vanessa.
Right.
So,
And the timing was perfect because the farm bill was passed.
well,
and
that
CBD
was just serendipitous.
was legal.
So anyway, this whole
But-
year, the past 2 years that we've been involved,
Hey,
okay?
Vanessa.
This is important, okay? We have met advocates, activists, industry professionals, health professionals, including cannabis nurses, cannabis doctors. We have met businesses that have cannabis divisions. We have met people for the social justice piece. We have attended so many events in the past 2 years. We have gotten to learn more about the culture of this of the people in this industry, and also of the community of this industry. And Robert and I believe that, you know, we're very good at identifying, you know, the people that are making a difference. So
Well, we tend to gravitate towards those people.
well, they're professional.
Like, don't you like
And they
find
care.
like if you're at a party, like a cocktail party, that you kind of tend to kind of gravitate. I mean, you're not so much because you talk to everybody, but I find that
I do.
try to find people that I'm comfortable with.
But
right?
you
Isn't
do.
that
Last
normal?
night you were like last night we were at the West Orange Chamber of Commerce networking event.
Yeah.
And you did. We were not
Well,
even together.
I have to kind of turn that on because, you know, like for me, it's the weirdest thing because I would rather be on a stage in front of 500 people
or more.
than be in a room with 5 people.
Hi, Lisa. So this is the thing. So let's just get we've got to tell you something because it's really important. So we went to this meeting a couple of weeks ago, and Robert and I both got up to speak about.
Right. Well, but let's go back.
Oh, wait.
Are you talking about West Orange?
No, I.
Okay, so
no.
let's back up for a second because West
Orange
Orange
happened before that meeting.
had a town
Council.
discussion panel. They
Well,
had
a
a
town
panel of 4
council member
people.
coordinated it.
Correct.
She invited the
Councilwoman Brown.
superintendent. It was open to the public. There weren't that many people there, I will tell you. There were more people that we knew through cannabis.
Correct. We had 5 or 6
Okay.
cannabis
Because
community
Monica
people.
Tang, Charlana,
Correct,
Gaetano.
correct.
We met an amazing young gentleman that had saved his life cannabis
Yes,
from
he
an
was a West Orange
awful
resident.
motorcycle accident, right?
So, right, part of my comment when I got up in front of the people of
the
West
living
Orange,
in front of West Orange, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
okay, was, hey, have any of you ever been inside of a medical cannabis dispensary here in New Jersey? Okay, and none of them had. Okay,
And then you asked
and
the
I
same-
offered to accompany any of them. They could come with me. They could accompany me to
Because
the
he has a medical
dispensary.
marijuana
I have
card.
my medical cannabis
For
card.
those of you who know or don't know.
Right, I have my medical cannabis card. Okay, so I can bring someone with me. They can only be in the
Waiting room.
waiting
Hi,
room,
Ricky.
not inside the dispensary. So nobody in West Orange took me up on it. And then 2 weeks ago or so, when we were in front of the Livingston Town Council,
10 people
who
were
we
there.
know,
And 10 people were there.
who we know all of them,
We know all of them.
and
We're
they know us.
26-year
right?
Livingston residents.
But it's still kind of weird getting in front of them
No.
at the microphone and, you know,
it's
talking to
not.
them as council members, right? But anyway,
Not
I
that
made
weird.
the same offer to our town council to, hey, and none of them had been inside a medical cannabis dispensary in New Jersey. One of them had said that he had driven by. Great. One of the council members came up to me, Michael Vieira, and said, Robert, I would like to go with you. And that field trip happened today. Michael is still there. No.
I know he's not.
No. Michael and I went up
Well,
to
you
the
were very
dispensary.
respectful. You tried calling the dispensary.
Yeah, and what I wanted to do was have him
Like tour it.
speak to but to
Speak to
other
someone
than me,
at the dispensary. To
you know,
sit-
to speak to somebody.
Right.
And so I tried calling and had some difficulty. But when I got there today, as I suspected would happen, since the people who work there are incredibly nice, you know, they're just nice people. So when I got there, the receptionist, I said, you know, who I had with me, and would it be possible to speak to somebody so some questions could be answered? They were totally cool with that. Nico, who is the dispensary manager, spent probably 45 minutes with us.
It's great.
We went into one of the consult rooms, asked a bunch of questions. I got emotional when Nico shared his story of what his journey in cannabis was, and not unlike many stories I've heard in the past, the push to really use this as medicine, because he suffered an intestinal issue, okay, that caused him a great deal of pain. It caused him appetite issues. He couldn't eat, and he was in college. He was 22, and he couldn't drink alcohol. And one of his friends, buddy, suggested he try cannabis. He hadn't smoked before. Because he couldn't drink, he said, hey, instead of drinking, why don't you try, and he cited all these people who were going to medical school and all having careers and smoked cannabis. So he went ahead and did that because he did it socially. He wanted to do it socially. And lo and behold, his intestinal issues cleared up. That was what he had added to his mix of things. And he was on all kinds of drugs and pharmaceuticals and all that, right? And he found relief from cannabis. But here was the problem. Part of the issue, intestinal issue, was also brought on by anxiety. Mm. So here he was in New Jersey, where at the time was illegal. Mm. Okay? Mm-hmm. He's buying it illegally, adding to his whole anxiety issue. And do you know what? His parents encouraged him. He was working for Verizon. And because they're a global company, they said, why don't you get a transfer to a state where it's legal? And that's exactly what he did. He moved within Verizon, I believe to California. I know to California. And eventually left Verizon to work in the cannabis industry, because that was his story. And I have to tell you, not a day goes by that we don't hear a story from somebody how this plant has changed their life for the better.
So the power of story, the power of the patient, and of all ages, by the way. So what's been interesting, okay, is that Robert's road trip with Councilman Vieira, okay, that was put in. What's really nice is that it actually happened. Okay, that he actually
he's a stand-up guy.
Really awesome. He was,
he's a stand-up guy.
Really grateful for people that have an open mind and willing to look at all aspects of what this could mean.
That's the kind of people you want leading your community, your town.
Right. So,
whether you agree or not, it's just like doing what you say you're going to do.
Well, there's a lot of caring.
Right?
So in the interest, so what happens
at least being open, right?
Well, listen, yeah, open is the most important thing. Now, the thing is that we always got to answer the why. So what happened is because people know that we are giving voice to this plant, this healing, natural, alternative, therapeutic. So people know who we are and what we do. We are out loud. So I got an email from a friend that tonight, this was yesterday. Oh, wait, I'm going to backtrack a second. So we learned that there was going to be a vote of some sort on Monday night at the town council meeting regarding this marijuana or ordinance, amendments, law. What?
Yes, this.
Well, they wrote marijuana on the sheet, by the way. They don't write cannabis.
That's it. But that's part of the problem, the propaganda machine.
Okay. Well, marijuana, it's still the same thing. We're still talking about the same thing.
Yes, but marijuana is a racist, derogatory term.
Okay, Mexico, marijuana. So anyways, that is correct.
Meant
well, no, first of all,
to scare white people.
If everyone knew the history of the prohibition, people would have a different viewpoint, I would think, okay? Again, you have to be open.
I'm going to recommend to all of you.
Google. No,
you don't have to
Google. Just come to Canada.
Adam Ruins Everything, the TV show. All your kids have seen it. Adam Ruins Everything, the episode on Adam Ruins drugs.
But you could also
watch that.
Okay, but you could also look up that when you look about the history of the prohibition of cannabis, which NORML has been working on for how many years now?
50 years.
50 years. Okay. So we were going to go to a meeting Monday night, and we thought we'd rally the troops for Monday night. Well, lo and behold,
we catch wind.
Yesterday, we get this email from somebody that knows, what we do, and said tomorrow night.
The planning
yesterday,
board.
So tonight, there's a planning board meeting.
Right, which is going to kind of
influence the town council.
Usurp, I think, because if the planning board changes the master plan,
For the
right,
zoning of having these kind of businesses
the
in
council's
Livingston.
going to go along with it. So we're going there tonight, and we've asked people to join us. We know people from the town. And I'm not going to this meeting to convince anyone of anything.
No.
All I'm going to ask for at this meeting is
To reserve
let's
judgments.
pump the brakes
Reserve
a second.
judgments and
Let's slow
postpone.
down.
Postpone it.
Let's postpone any kind of vote or any kind of
and
passage
put it out
of
to the
anything.
community like us.
Let's announce it the right way. Don't announce it in the newspaper.
like you made a decision.
The day of the meeting. That announcement, that notice was the day of the meeting. This smells bad.
Well, the day of the notices, it was in the West Essex Tribune.
West Essex Tribune.
wait.
I don't even know if they were. I mean, it
Who
was probably
reads
one
it?
of these little tiny fine print
No,
things
but
somewhere
who
in
reads
the
it?
newspaper.
No, it wasn't tiny print. But the thing is,
No, but that was in the editorial column. That was editorial.
But it said marijuana again. So by
Yes,
the way,
but that's
it
was
may have
part of
caught people's eyes.
editorial.
Hey Ed, would love for you to come tonight if you can.
Yes, Ed.
Ed.
Please,
But listen,
please.
I have to tell you something. Okay, is that the newspaper is delivered today. By the time people get home from work, it's too late. Right?
It's my toilet reading on Friday.
It should have been last Thursday's paper, but they
So
just decided
I
this.
please, all I'm asking,
Either come tonight.
right, was we have to approach this the right way. We have to
We're
talk
stronger
about this
together,
the right
people.
way. We can't continue to stigmatize this. The kids are watching. The children are watching us.
Robert, please listen to me. I reached out to someone who's become my friend in this business, and I said everything she was saying was so perfect. Not like that. She gave other evidence versus something else that we were privy to. Again, I want to be respectful from our source. I feel like I'm a journalist, right? We gotta protect our sources.
Listen,
I'm protecting the sources.
it doesn't matter. I'm hoping, right? And I
Hey,
get
Jeff.
it. I get it that people. It's a new industry. It's new. We don't have any.
So there's
experience.
fear,
So
there's
fear
stigma,
in
there's
that.
confusion, there's controversy.
But
I say that all the time.
I do believe. Listen, I believe you don't have
But
to
we've
believe.
heard too many people. It's
okay,
helped, and it helps
it's
children.
helped. But
Wait a second.
here's the thing, right?
It is about
A
health.
town doesn't have to have a dispensary. Okay? The licenses that are being issued going forward, okay? We're talking medical here. Medical.
Which is
the
legal.
licenses going forward, okay, are not all vertically integrated.
So what does that mean?
okay?
Explain that. It's
All right.
cultivation.
So vertically,
the
so
grow.
all of the dispensaries now are all vertically integrated.
That means cultivation,
processing,
processing, distribution.
dispensing, right? Happens under one roof. Where we work
Hey,
today
we have to learn a lot. Go
at
ahead.
Harmony, it's a vertical operation. Everything happens under that
one
roof.
roof.
It's seed to
To
me.
self.
Seed
Seed
to
to
me.
self.
And that's the only thing that leaves the building, right?
And you're talking about quality control and security.
Here's the thing, okay? First of all, I said to him, so what's been the impact on Secaucus, right? Only positive. The area is actually safer
Because
that they're
the
there.
dispensary's there, right?
Okay? We pulled in and parked. Guess what? There was a security van parked right there at the entrance watching everyone who came in.
There's cameras.
There were
too.
cameras ringing the whole place. Not only cameras from within the dispensary, the state police watch everything all the time.
But listen, Robert-
Okay, so forget about that. Let me get back to vertical integration. All right, so vertically, right? So they do all three things. The licenses going forward are not vertically integrated. Okay, which means
You can have different parts
you
going
can
on.
choose
What you wanna be
to
about with.
allow just cultivation in the town.
Can we
Which
also
means-
tell everyone that a dispensary is really just a pharmacy?
It is just a pharmacy.
just a
But
pharmacy.
okay, there's fear of that. Fine. Let's talk about cultivation. Let's talk about someone growing in a warehouse
It's sitting empty right
in
now.
town that may be empty, okay? That is totally secure, that maybe a truck or two a week comes in or out, okay? Why would we look away from that opportunity? Processing the same way,
Hey,
a
Tim.
lab. Why would we look away from something like that? It would be a great way to be part of what's going on, okay? Without us having a dispensary. But all of this needs to be discussed
But there is, wait a second, they're
listen, the
saying there's no
latest poll-
research. But wait, they're also saying there's no research. But by the way, there is evidence, okay, that this is helping people. And you know something? That's the people that really should be coming tonight. We've met people at our events all year long that have told us how cannabis has improved quality of life and has been a lifesaver. So those are the people that really should be coming tonight, because not only is it good for a town, it's also
First of
the
all,
people.
It's
helping people.
I asked Nico today. I said, "What's the average age?"
35?
No, he said like
65?
40 to 50.
Oh,
It's about average. There were people there today, my mother's age,
yeah, well, there's a lot of people that...
in their 70s, that were at the dispensary. There were,
That's right. Be a solution.
Listen,
That's what I said
it was
earlier.
I hope, eye-opening. Maybe
What's Michael?
Michael's a little bit more comfortable. I don't know. But they also invited him back, and any of our council members or board or planning board or whatever, come back. Okay, and I'll bring you back. They were able to give a tour of the dispensary part.
That's so great.
Right? You couldn't go into the grow area because you would need to be sanitized.
Right.
You go through an air
You have to
shower.
wear a jumpsuit,
You have
right?
to wear a jumpsuit. The whole thing is very controlled. And it has to be prearranged, right? So even a guest to come into the dispensary has to give a valid, and he made a point, a valid ID, okay, be processed by security, cleared, and then to go in. And he said, if I didn't have my security head physically get the ID from the person, walk into the back, everything is monitored, and come back and escort, they would have gotten a call from the state police right then and there. Like, what's up? Who is that person, and why were they not cleared?
Okay, so listen.
It's the most regulated industry in the state.
But this is what's really important, okay, is that there's evidence that counters what the planning board, what their discovery was.
Yes.
It's only one-sided.
Correct.
So the thing is there needs to be...
We had
present,
eyes on that document.
Yes. And we are hoping they disclose this document tonight.
Because it is totally not fair, because it shows no evidence
What's
whatsoever.
the source? We need to know the source.
Of any benefit. And we know that's wrong. I have a list of...
Well, even normal.
Remember even small studies
We went to the
done.
normal conference. And I will tell you, if you go to the normal website, there is countless articles archived regarding the journey over years with versus alcohol, versus opioid abuse, versus for PTSD, which is awesome. So thank you, Justin, if you made that happen, because honestly, you have an LMAC, which we believe in. Okay, don't do drugs. Hey, Karen, don't.
Children should not. Although I have to say,
Well,
they have. Nico said.
They're a plus.
Wait, Nico said they have a number of patients there that are minors that have been prescribed cannabis for various conditions, and he shared some stories with us that were just like,
wow.
Your jaw was just hanging open about children with skin conditions and rigidity in their body that they couldn't walk, and that he would see them 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and he was shocked at how improved they were. I mean, I just...
And let me tell you something. This is
just
how I'm
blown
going
away.
to... Okay, so Robert might go... Maybe I'll go live too, I don't know. But Robert might
We're
go
going to maybe
live
just
at
go
the
live
meeting.
when we get
Okay?
there. We're going to
Or
go
when we
over
come
this
home,
soon.
we'll do a recap.
Yeah.
But listen, this is the thing, okay? Is that if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. It's
But
freedom
it's
of
not
choice,
fair
okay?
for you to keep it from others. It's
Wait.
not.
If it was yours, this is what I want to say.
Oh, yeah,
What if it
I
was
said that.
you?
What if it was you
What
or
if
your
it was
child?
your child or your parents? Because parents with dementia and Parkinson's and autism, and let me tell you, with everything, this is a solution.
We have a friend here in town, okay, who we ran into that told us that a parent suffering from dementia would come to their house, right, and be very agitated, okay, because part of it was in an unfamiliar
Well,
location,
first of all,
right?
excuse me, Jeff, I agree with you, okay?
What
So it alternative just means optional, meaning you could take that instead of something else, but also it is, I agree with you, a complementary medicine. And I
Right.
agree because that's actually can be in conjunction with doctors'
Absolutely.
inputs.
I was
But
able
doctors
to.
don't know, but that's another, I
I was
can't go
able
on.
to
Talk about
have
it with
an
your parents.
operation.
Finish the parent story, I'm
so
sorry.
so they came to our event a number of months back, and one of the products that are one of the brands that were there are pretzels,
Mind
CBD
Leaf. We can
pretzels,
say Mind
Mind
Leaf.
Leaf,
Shout out to Mind Leaf.
little pretzel nuggets, and the package is it's a CBD product. So the pretzel nuggets have a dose of CBD, which is the non-intoxicating legal portion of the cannabis plant via hemp, right? So it's hemp-derived CBD containing less than 0.3% THC. So he gives them 2 of these pretzel bites. Totally chill.
Comfortable in his
Totally
environment.
comfortable.
Not
He's
anxious.
able to hang out with the family. He's okay. He had 2 pretzel nuggets.
with CBD.
CBD.
So, listen.
I don't need to study to figure out what's going
Well,
on.
that's evidence. It's evidence. So the thing is, listen, my father, right? My father's hand, okay? I mean,
Our
listen,
Lily
he still
Pearl.
needed surgery. He still needed surgery.
Have it
But you know what? It
upstairs.
offered the relief.
Our Lily Pearl. Here, I'll tell you right now. I have hemp in my pocket all the time. Here's from one of my brands. I'm not sure exactly.
That was,
This is
that was
who it is,
that's
right?
Daniel. That
Hemp.
was Daniel.
It's a
gave
hemp
that to
lip
you.
balm.
Okay, he hasn't, I don't even think, released this yet. That was some of the samples.
I don't care. It's
No,
beautiful.
I know.
It's beautiful.
A couple of other companies had a lip balm as well with CBD. What is that
beautiful
doing?
thing.
What's it doing though?
It's helping my lips.
Yeah. Oh, right, for
Look,
inflammation.
try now.
All
Look, how much of a better kiss did I just give you?
I feel better. Anyway,
So
Kissing
as
later.
you can tell, we're a bit passionate about this.
yeah, I don't even that word.
And
a bit.
I'm
Listen,
going
but you got to
to-
give voice to what you believe in, and you know what? That means anything you believe in. So if you believe in gay rights, LBGQ2, I don't know if gay is proper or not. Okay, actually, today's bathroom at Twisted Tulip,
Yes.
it said whatever.
Whatever.
So it had like little figures of if you're this, if you're this, if you're this, if you're that. The bathroom wasn't a unisex bathroom.
Listen, if any of our council members are
I
still
love
on
you,
and
Jeff.
watching,
You're so nice.
come tonight. Come be there. Listen, you
Listen
guys are going to
hard.
be making a decision. And I know there's like some kind of thing that you can't all be in the same place at the same time.
Are you talking
It's
about
like-
council now?
yeah,
I
maybe
think the
it's
Board
like,
of Ed. You know something?
It's like what do they call that? The
We should have invited our superintendent.
with when they have the thing with the president and they keep the designated
Designated
survivor.
Well,
Maybe
we
it's
watched
because
that.
of that.
We watched that. So listen, we just give voice to what you believe in. You don't know what you don't know.
And just be open.
And the other
be
thing
open
is
to,
when it
to
comes to
maybe
healing,
and maybe what you maybe this feels weird because this is what you've been taught something else for
well,
so
wait a
long.
second. The thing is we're not talking about anything illegal here.
No,
We are talking.
this is medical that the state says is okay, and we are saying bad.
Wait a
This
second.
is bad.
Doesn't 33 states or
This is
34 states
bad.
have it plus DC?
This is- but what matters is New Jersey. That's what matters. It doesn't matter what's happening.
But
in
it's also
New
one town.
Jersey.
One town at a time.
One town at a time.
One town at a time. So the thing is, I don't know if people in the other
And-
towns
and
that it's
here's
been
the thing.
removed, they
Here's
have
the
people like
thing.
us to speak up.
If you think about it, right?
Call us. By the way,
If you
if you're
think
in a
about
different town, if you are in a different town, you have our support.
We'll come.
We will come. And by the way, I have a document from my friend Jessie, okay, who is extraordinary. And I spoke to her this morning, like first thing this morning, and I am going to read this tonight because she can't be here tonight. But I will tell you, she has been in this business for a number of years, and she started as a patient to an advocate. She's a cannabis nurse, and she gave me so much evidence versus the document we read that I don't understand. You're going to have to answer the why.
Listen,
you have to answer the why.
If you want to ban something, like ban, sugar.
No. You could, wait a second. There's so many other things that
So many
cause harm
things.
to people. Okay, so the thing is we can't outlaw it all. We all have to learn how to use it responsibly.
And the thing is, I'm not sure
We're on
What?
so long. So
I'm not
sorry,
sure.
everybody. I mean, not
I'm
sorry.
not
I mean,
sure.
this matters.
Can I talk? I'm not sure what the purpose of the ban would be. Like what?
That's your question.
Like what
Ask
are
the
you
question.
trying to prevent?
Ask.
Because if you're trying to prevent people from getting the medicine, it's not going to work because we're just going to go to the next town to do it.
Well, you do. You go to Harmony.
But it says something. It says something about the town. It's like we don't care about what you need.
But can I ask?
That's what it's
Can I ask you a
saying.
question? Am I going to have a time limit?
Yeah, probably.
Because if I read
You're not
that,
good
am I
with
gonna-
time limits.
Am I going to have enough time to read that? That's all I care about.
Maybe.
Because
You'll have enough time to read that.
Will
I
I
don't know
have
how
enough
much all the time
I
you'll
don't.
have.
I don't care about the time. I think that what reading that will matter the most for me. But you know what? Ask questions. Continue to ask questions and get the answers that
Just
you
gonna
deserve.
ask for a delay. Just don't make
Reserve
any decisions
judgment
tonight.
and please postpone. And that's all we're asking. And I
Please,
don't
let's
think that's
discuss
it's not
this.
unreasonable. And you can ban it
I
until
am
then.
volunteering to be part of a committee.
Me too.
Please put me on a committee. Let's start the conversation the right way. Okay, we'll do it in person. We'll do it online. We'll make sure everybody's heard.
Well,
Okay? Whoever wants to be
and
heard.
if everyone's against it, then we're gonna have to just
But
be okay with
here's
that.
the thing.
I don't get it.
The latest poll says over 60% of people in New Jersey feel that recreational should be legal. So, what is that saying? What is that saying? You know, we need to teach, we need to educate, we need to let children know this is not for them. Okay, unless a doctor is prescribing it.
And you know what? There are so
Okay.
many. Hey, Salam.
Hey, Salam.
There's so many health and wellness benefits.
You just can't
You can't ignore it.
You can't ignore it. You can't.
You can't. I mean, you can, but you
So
shouldn't.
we're gonna continue to fight for people to get this medicine. I don't care. You know, we are vocal. You know,
Hey, Johnny.
you know, it's happening. It's happening here, right in town.
By the way, in the next couple
And
of years,
I just want to make sure
this
they're
is
doing this
coming.
the right way.
It's coming.
It's
I
going to
mean-
be legal. Listen, the governor is instituting the Banking Act, the State Banking Act, wants to set up a state bank. What do you think that's for?
and you know, you did say something else, which I think you can say here, even though I know we're really past our.
Whisper it to me.
You know, like when you talk about the companies that, like,
Oh,
don't say the name of the
no,
company.
no. It
but
has
you said-
far-reaching impact.
Okay, yeah. Because
It has far-reaching impact that they don't even anticipate. You know,
I know you're all
like
wondering
this.
what I whispered in his
Gonna
ear. All I said to
yeah.
him was, "I can't wait to be with you later." Have a great night. We'll be back to
come
give
to
you a
Town
recap.
Hall right
Town Hall
now.
tonight,
It's
357
now
South
7
Livingston
o'clock.
Avenue.
We're
That's the
heading
police
there
station.
now.
And we know that. I mean, actually, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know because I don't know what's going to happen tonight. If they're going to shut us up or what? Or
No, it's a public forum. This is what they're proposing to do: is to hear from the public.
Yeah.
And but
Yeah, but they-
but this was not publicized.
It wasn't-
This was not
No.
something that the public knew about.
No. So that's
So how
that's the
can you
upsetting.
do this?
That's an upsetting part. Like how upsetting and frustrating at the same time.
This is not right.
No.
It's just not right.
No, and actually, how do you actually explain that? That's what I want to understand.
In this day and age of communication,
There's no excuses. No excuses. Have a great night. I hope it's less charged than what we feel right now because I've been charged all day.
gonna go take some CBD.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good night, everyone.